Bow,
Kilted
wow, 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 wow. Kilted
balls.
balls. Woo!
We picked up the tempo today, baby.
Yeah.
A little bit quicker tempo. Welcome back to the Kilted Balls podcast. It feels like it's been forever. I think it's only been a couple days.
It
Right?
has only been a couple days this time. You are exactly right.
Man, time just flies. So I've had a really busy 2 days in my other life. And so when days get busy like that, seems like time is moving crazy fast. But the big news that I'm sure everybody is aware of is Bitcoin and ETH are they're going up. They're not going to the moon yet, but they're moving, baby. They are moving.
Yeah. When you start hitting all-time highs like every day, it's pretty awesome.
That is super exciting. I'm loving it. And the big news from our world with our journey right now is we're looking at this going, you know what? Maybe some of our NFTs need to be moved so that our Ethereum is going good. So you guys may remember in the past, we talked about the fact that NFTs and Ethereum both went up at the same pace, and we understand why. Like we kind of understood, but we really didn't. And I had always said it makes no sense because it should go by the dollars, and it never was. And now, for some reason, I have lots of theories. None of them have any data to back them up. So not very great theories, but they are not. Ethereum is going up and the NFT market is really kind of holding at the dollar amount that it was.
Yeah, that changed. I would say between 4 and 6 weeks ago is when I started noticing that change.
Okay.
That as the Ethereum was going up, the prices, the dollar prices were staying the same.
Yeah. And I think I don't think I noticed it 4 weeks ago. In fact, I know I didn't notice it 4 weeks ago because in September, the market was going down and the NFTs were going down. And so it wasn't until right. But I was like,
oh, I see. But you didn't notice
I was like, they're both going down together.
I see what
they both went up together, they both go down together. So I was like, oh, they're both going down together, just like we predicted. And then October hit and they started to go with it, and then they just plateaued. Yeah. And October just kept going up.
Maybe it's only been 10 days, but it seems like it's been 6 weeks. So I could be making up numbers.
No. I mean, I think you're close, is what I'm saying is if you noticed it.
Oh, wait, we're past October. We're in November, aren't we?
We're in November. So we're 5 weeks from the start of October. So you're right on. If you noticed it the very first day it happened.
Okay, I did not. I'm not that observant. But yeah, so it's been wild. There's been a lot of, for myself, especially with everything that's going on, a little bit of soul searching. Like I want the Ethereum because I really do think it's gonna. I've talked about it many times, right? But when it comes to with things like the ape, I don't have my identity tied to my ape. It has been my Twitter profile for a while. I think the ape is cool. I mean, obviously, like looking back now, I wish I would have sold it at 60 because then I'd have 60 Ethereum right now instead of listing it for lower than that. But right. I'm not gonna beat myself up. I did list it for lower than that, but I know that instead of that ape, I would rather have the Ethereum for the upcoming blow off top, as people call it. And I can buy back in during the crypto winter. I'm fine with that. And that's what I've settled on. I am not selling any of my VeeFriends right now. And I'm not considering that yet, but I guess you never know what happens. And I would rather have that Ethereum.
You're still selling your iguana, aren't you?
Yes, my iguana is listed for 18.
So you're listing a VeeFriend.
Yeah, that's when I bought to sell, though. It's not on my arm.
Yeah. And so I had a VeeFriend listed for a while at 15. But the floor now is 8.25 for VeeFriends. It's dropped another ETH or two, and ETH hasn't gone up that much to make the dollars the same, right? So the floor right now is the Sentimental Salamander, and the Sentimental Salamander is going for 39,000. So
Okay.
it's holding really close to when the floor was 10 ETH at $4,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say the floor has been right around that 40K mark.
It's been right around the 40K. And so the thing I'm wondering with the bat is, I kept listing the bat for, I always said about 60,000. And I can't believe I'm talking about the fact that I think a JPEG is worth $60,000, right? But the entire time I've been like, okay, this JPEG's worth about 60,000. So don't know why that's in my brain, right? But that's where it is.
Mhm.
And so I'm wondering if I should change that because, again, I would like to do some movement,
Yeah.
and there are some oranges that are at 52,000,
Okay.
right? So that means it's not worth 60, but I've always listed it high.
Yes.
So I've always
There's not
listed
a
it
lot of those for
crazy high.
sale. Mhm.
But so now I'm like, okay, maybe I need to list a little bit closer, not the floor. I never think that's a floor option, right?
Yep.
But before I was always like, I want to buy back in. Do I have enough to buy back in?
Yeah.
And the thing is, when we were talking about it before, we were selling it for 20 with royalties and everything like that meant you needed to buy back in at 17. You needed to have a 3 ETH buy-in.
Yeah.
Well, now it's not that way because now if you listed it for 10, that's only 1.5, right?
Mhm.
Like it got cut in
Yeah.
half. So you're at that point where you can list it for 10 and still buy back in,
Mhm.
or listed at 11. But then you're competing right with the joyous jellyfish. That's an orange.
Okay.
So
So
what is
yeah,
orange? Is that very rare?
the
Is
orange
that
are
what
the
orange
very
is?
rare. There's 5 of the oranges.
Yeah. Like think
Yeah.
about that.
8 browns, 2 green.
There's like I'm looking here and under 12, there's a crap ton of orange. Crap ton of
It's
orange.
wild.
Just blows my mind. So anyway, that makes me think, okay, maybe I listed it for 15 a week ago. Maybe I need to list it for 12,
Mhm.
right? And if I'm selling it 12 at the market now, which would be amazing, it's still at 57,000, which is right about
Mhm.
that 60,000, but I can get back in at 8, which is exactly what you're talking about. Get the ETH. The ETH
Yeah.
is going up. All of these are staying stagnant. So you let your ETH go up
Mhm.
because if it's in this, it's not going up. That's
Yeah.
the problem right
Right
now.
now it's not. Right now it's not.
These are all going down to match the ETH value.
Yeah.
And I don't think Gary V wants to pump these.
No, he doesn't. I think, well, are you caught up on the Discords right or on the
I'm
Marco Polos
5
right now?
behind.
Okay.
Not anything from after I talked
We
today.
were definitely talking about that today, and it seems like he wants to shake out some paper hands, which is fine.
Yeah.
He says he
Like,
hopes the whole thing crashes.
why?
I mean, I think it's a little bit of there's so many people that are upset, like that they've spent 1 ETH on something and it's only worth 18 ETH or whatever. Like people were whining about that, and so it's just like, all right, well, if I hope it all goes to 0.
Wait, they were whining because they spent like,
Yeah, because they're getting like 15x returns or 10x returns. Just it's silly stuff. Like
and now they're
there's going to be,
getting not 10x returns.
well, it depends what you bought at. If you look at the dollar amount.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
But
that's
yeah,
it.
he's just like, he doesn't want people crying. Nobody likes
No.
it when they're belly achers.
Well, I think I'm gonna list my bat right now. So live on air in this episode, I
Uh-oh.
think I'm gonna list the bat. And I think the this is the stupidest way to list stuff. That's why this is not financially advised. I think the bat is safe at 12 ETH. So I'm listing it for 12 for Um, let's give it 3 days. So
Yeah, I listed my
few
ape today
clicks.
for 3 days for 35.
Okay, so I'm listening at 12, which still keeps it up around my 60,000 window. And
Nice.
if I get, whatever it is, it's 57,000. If I get my $57, 57,000 before fees, I'm gonna be
Hmm.
happy, right? I'm
There
gonna
you
be
go.
happy. I'll probably buy a minor.
It'd be sad. It's leaving the family. So sad.
Well, and the other thing is I'll probably buy right back in.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to have a V friend. So that's the thing. I like the the family. I don't that's not the right term.
I know what
The
you're
the
saying.
I like the V friend concept and all the V friends in it. And I
Hmm.
think that brand, I like the brand. I
Yeah.
like the brand, right? Just like I like my Brooks brands and my other brands. I
Hmm.
like that. And so I want to stay part of the brand, but I'm content. I think Ethereum is going to keep going up without Gary pushing these are going to keep going down to match that. So if I can sell the bat at 12, I think I can
Hmm.
rebuy the bat at 8,
Yeah, that's a
right?
solid bet.
And it'll cost me the same dollars,
Hmm.
but less ETH, and I care about the ETH, not the dollars.
Yeah. It's weird
So
that we're in this spot. And I want to say we've talked about this a little bit, wondering what was going to happen like as we're getting close. I mean, historically, a blow off top is coming. Like if you
yeah,
look at the past data, not that history repeats itself, but it has a way of looking very similar. A blow off
yeah.
top is coming. So we don't know, and no one's gonna know when the top of that is. But really, I in my mind, I can't see a core V friend, even if Ethereum doubles, goes up
Okay,
to only 10, which I think it's going to be 15 to 20 personally. But say it
sure.
only goes up to 10, I don't see a core V friend going for 100 grand. That's at
No,
10. That's at 10 ETH.
that's 10 ETH. They're not going to go for 100 grand. I agree.
People will sell them way before people are selling them at 40 grand.
Right.
So
So
then you got 4 ETH.
if I have 12 ETH for this, which I don't think it'll
Hmm.
sell, but if it did, and maybe that's the play I make. Maybe I drop it down to 10. So it's only 1.5 over floor because I'm going to have 10 ETH,
Yeah.
which would be worth 100 grand. And those are still going to be worth 40 grand, which is going
Hmm.
to be 4 ETH. So I'm going to come out 60,000 to the positive. Not financial
That's
advice, people, but
That's all the thoughts that have been running around in my head like the past few weeks. And whenever I'm looking at my ape, and when I buy back in, it's going to be a pink. It's going to have a beanie. But besides that, I don't. I like that shirt. I bought a shirt just like it. I don't have a pirate eye
yeah.
yet, but yeah, that's where I'm at right now in my journey.
Yeah, and I don't think that's a bad spot. And so like maybe I'm going to need to consider lowering the bat even further as Ethereum keeps going up, you know.
It has been. I want to say it was even a little bit today. What is it like a nice like a
So what
slight
do you
pullback?
think? What do you think the what do you think the reasons are for this now changing? Because people are recognizing the dollar.
Yeah, I
I have my two theories, by the way, but I want to hear yours first.
I would say I think it's that any or at least not any, but a lot of the, let's say, old money Ethereum being even a year old or older, bought the big stuff, paid the big money for the crypto punks or the apes, or bought some of the stuff that they like that are maybe blue chips, bought the more rare V friends,
Mhm.
and they're kind of there. They're not worried about it because if you bought what Ethereum a year ago was what? Okay, let's look. I'm on Ethereum right now. 1 year ago,
Okay.
Ethereum was $439.
Okay. 439.
And if you look before that, it was lower than that. But let's just say it, because I'm talking about old money. So a year ago,
Yes.
Ethereum that's at least a year old. I mean, that's not that much. like if you bought 40K, if you put 40K in, you have a ton of Ethereum at today's dollar amount. I mean, that's like how
Right.
the Beeple thing sold for 60 million. The guy who bought it probably paid a couple thousand for that Ethereum, but Ethereum had gone up so much, it was this huge sale, which is great, which is, one reason why I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's got a store value, and I think that it's going up, and especially more people use it, and it's easy to use, it's handy, and all those things that make Ethereum great. But it's that value that's going up. So to me, I think that's a big thing. It's all newer people now where the dollars mean more than just the ETH.
That's not illogical. That's not illogical. My thought is twofold. I think one, and maybe this is giving people way too much credit both ways. One, I think gas is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the entire market has slowed down because gas is stupid. Like it's incredibly high. I don't know what it is right now, but it's dumb, right?
Yeah.
Like gas is crazy high. And I just picked some of my like things to look at. And like if you're looking at some of these things, like the Boss Beauties, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're moving, but they're not moving like at lightning speed anymore.
Yeah.
Right? They're kind of just their motion, their activity's gone down. If I'm looking at One Force, like the One Force activity is on a steady decline.
Yeah. The One
Right?
Force has been way down.
Right. And it's not down like things are selling for good amounts dollar wise.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying and everything's relative, right? So like, I
Yeah.
don't know, 20 things have sold today of One Force.
Mm-hmm.
But like it wasn't that long ago that it was, 30, 40, 50 I'm looking at here. Like it just keeps kind of slowly moving, trending down.
Yeah.
As gas is going up, it's trending down. So that's my point. So it's slowing down. So if you're sitting there going, let's take the uncaged drop just for an easy example.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my gosh, the uncaged drop is happening. I've got to liquidate. The floor keeps dropping. The floor keeps dropping because of high gas. So you have to drop to get the Ethereum to play the game
Mm-hmm.
because the gas is going up. I wonder,
Yeah.
what am I at? World of Women here. Their floor is 1.6, which is way lower than it was.
Yep.
And I mean, granted, that's still a good chunk of money,
Mm-hmm.
right? Probably more than what I spent. But again, they're not moving like lightning.
Mm-mm.
They're moving. They're moving more than I thought, honestly. They're moving more than I thought. But again, I don't know. What about Fame Lady Squad? They're down low. They're half the value they were
Yeah.
back when you and I cleared the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But when we cleared the floor, Ethereum $3,000. So
I don't
they're
even think it was
almost back.
$3,000, was it? Was it?
Yeah, I think I looked it up recently and it was close to that.
Okay.
Because I remember thinking, do we need to make money? All right, Fame Lady is holding it seems like pretty good amount. They're just chilling, going along. Oh, here's the fun one. What about Yetis? Yeti's
Yeah.
price is down.
Yetis have been down.
That's
Poor
like
Yetis.
a dur. Of course they're down. Oh my gosh, they had a spike yesterday. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago, they had a huge spike. They sold one for 0.5.
Awesome.
The last time they had a sale was 2 days ago.
That's
And
hilarious.
that's exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't diamond hands holding on to all of these. This is the fact that people aren't going to pay that kind of gas fees for something that's worth so little.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I've been looking, I think I said this before, I've been looking at getting a Pluto Alliance, and I guess it's back to 0.06 now. It was 0.04 or 0.064.
Yeah.
And like for me, every time I check it, like I've checked it a couple times recently, and it's just like the gas has been another $200.
Right.
So I mean, 0.06 is $284 right this second. So I click on this, confirm checkout. There's one that I like on here. I've been eyeing that one. And it says right now gas is $215.
Right. It
So
used to be, it was not that long ago. We're talking 6 weeks going back to your time stamp. I wouldn't pay $100 for gas.
yeah, but the thing is, it's it's almost 0.05 for gas, which even though Ethereum's been up, 0.05 for gas is super high. It's insanely
Yes.
high. It was
So it's
usually
high both.
0.00 something.
Yes. So it's
Mhm.
high and Ethereum's high. And
Yeah.
so I think that is slowing down the NFT market,
Yep.
and that's hurting it and keeping it from moving the way it should be moving. So I
Mhm.
think that's one of the reasons we're seeing one go up, the other go down. The other one, and this is the one where I don't know if people are thinking this way or not. You and I think this way. We've talked about it a lot. When you're thinking taxes, you think in dollars,
Yeah.
right? And so right now, it's the time of year for people who are astute with their taxes to start thinking about profit, expenses, and all of that as you come into
Mhm.
November and December. Like, for example, like we might have accidentally made a whole bunch of gains this year in
Uh-oh.
our NFTs and our crypto. And because it was this year, they would have maybe been all short term capital gains. So they're
Mhm.
going to get taxed at a pretty high rate. What is that? 25% for short term capital gains?
I thought I heard it was 30, but I have no idea.
It's been so long since I've played
Mhm.
around looking at short term. I tend to be a long term kind of guy lately. But so anyway, that's a lot. And so if you're in our position, um, you're actually hoping to sell some of these at a loss or do some kind of a big expense to write off that capital gains.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
Mhm.
you're not looking at, like, all of a sudden it becomes more of an issue dollar wise. Like, I
Yeah.
flip this more dollars
Mhm.
or less dollars because now the taxes are going to change on that. And so
Yeah.
I also think that, and like I said, I don't know, maybe people aren't that astute. Maybe that's an American thing for some of us. Maybe people don't even think about that. But you and
No,
I have talked about that a lot.
it's been I mean, not that I'm friends with everybody on Twitter, but it's coming up a lot on Twitter, on the NFT Twitter, Texas and things like that.
Yeah. Well, it's a thing, and now's the time. Like, you can't fix it in
Mhm.
January,
No.
right? But
No.
right now you can do some things, you can do some interesting things we've talked about
To help offset.
off camera to help offset your capital gains. And like right now with Ethereum and Bitcoin, you can't sell them, and like you're in trouble. That's
Mhm.
part of the reason they're going up.
Mhm.
Like, if you sell any of those right now, you're losing 30%, 25%, whatever it is,
Mhm.
off of that profit, which is huge.
Yeah.
Now, if they dipped all of a sudden, you could take advantage of that and have your
Mhm.
capital loss, but they're not giving us that opportunity. And so anybody who has worthwhile amounts of money in those, they're not going to sell it now to December. They're going to sell it January 1st.
Mhm.
So they've got all year to recoup the loss.
Yeah, for me, I mean, because I've talked about how I plan on turning a lot of mine into a stable coin. I mean, everything says it's going to drop, so I would rather keep something in a stable coin while it's dropping. But that's not going to be at least till January.
Yeah. So how high of a prediction do you think it's going to get before this drop you're talking about?
I mean, I don't know for sure, but
If you
Ethereum,
did, If you did, we would be very, very rich.
Yes. Ethereum right now is looking a lot, almost exactly like Bitcoin did in 2013, and Bitcoin hit 20K then during that blow off top.
So it went all the way up to 20,000 and then it dropped.
Mhm. The like everything that Ethereum is doing right now looks like Bitcoin in 2013. And Bitcoin hit 20K.
What's Bitcoin going to do?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, the talking heads, the professionals are saying Bitcoin's gonna. I've heard. I mean, the low end people are saying 70, but I'm sticking with the stock to flow until I see it not work. So stock to flow says it's gonna be at least 100,000 by the end of the year, and possibly like up to like I think 150. Don't quote me on that, but I've seen some people say it's gonna hit 220 with the blow off top.
Somebody said today, somebody said it, some rando, they said if it hits 70, it'll hit 80 almost instantly. It will jump from 70 to 80. It'll be an instant gap jump.
Yeah. The stock to flow it is based on the year, but Plan B has been making predictions, and we've talked about that in past episode. And this month, the end of November, Plan B said 84, which goes along with what you said.
Yes, yes. Well, I think their logic, and I didn't read up on it. It was like I said, some rando on Twitter. He said this is very conspiracy-ish, right? That there's this group of whales, this secret group of whales that is waiting purposely until it hits 70. And then they're scooping it all up until it hits 80. And he goes, so you're going to see this instantly jump. It's going to gap it from 70 to 80 because it's going to hit and it's going to jump all the way to 80.
I heard people saying that, and this is just recently, because let me look here. Yeah, well, a month ago, Bitcoin wasn't 53 yet. Or actually, I take that back. Bitcoin was 53 a month ago. Okay. But I heard people saying as soon as it reaches 50, a bunch of people are going to buy in because that's like the number. Like, okay, once it reaches 50, then it's going to be okay. Like, why wouldn't you buy at 45? If you're going to buy at 50, why wouldn't you buy at 45? But that's, and obviously it happened because since it hit 50, it's been a wild run. And just a heads up, a year ago, Bitcoin was 15,000.
Missed the boat.
Like how we were talking about that.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
The nice thing about Bitcoin, not financial advice, but Kilted and I are so confident that Bitcoin prices will continue to rise, period. And I've said that for a long time, which is why it's so stupid I didn't buy in when they were like $400. I still thought they were a bit of a gimmick. But I remember with my students and I discussing it then, that the price was one of the few things that would actually just continuously go up forever if it was true. Like that was one of the things we said. If this is a true thing, if it's not just a fad or a gimmick, it will always go up because it's got a limited supply. So it's always going to go up. And yeah, now we're getting to the point where we're seeing people believe that.
Yep.
And so that makes me think that it will.
Yeah. And I want to correct myself. I had heard that Bitcoin went to 20 and 13, but it looked like it topped out around like 16 something.
Okay.
So
you're thinking Ethereum will hit 16 something.
It looks like it's going to follow that.
So it's not too late to buy in, is what you're saying.
I bought some more yesterday.
You bought some more today?
Yesterday.
I am really wanting to start. I said this on Twitter today, and I haven't had a chance because we're recording, but I really want to spend some time researching other altcoins. I really know nothing about anything. Like I know, I know my Ethereum, I know my Bitcoin. Everything else there, there's nothing there. And I think I really want to expand my knowledge in those because I think we're going to see some better things.
I FOMO'd in today on one.
Nice.
Yep, our friend Joe was talking, and I had
oh my gosh, what is that at? I was gonna FOMO in, and that was just on your text. Because I keep telling people, do your freaking research, and what do? I see one text from you, and I'm like, I gotta buy it. Like, it doesn't even freaking matter.
Well, let's see. So he was talking about it last night, and I'm a little bit sad with myself because last night when we were actually right about now, it was about $2. And I managed to FOMO in about 275, 270 maybe. So right now it's 282. It hit 305. But I have a chalice or mug, so to say. That's a skull. And I said, yeah, I got this from my favorite stock and store, GameStop. And he's like, oh, did you get any Loop Ring? And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And he's like, yeah, GameStop is teaming up with Loop Ring to do their NFTs. And I was like, how did I miss this? Like news, like nowhere on any of my information did this pop up. And of course, I forgot to do it last night. So today I'm looking at it because I had saved it on I saved it on my Coinbase. So I was looking at Coinbase and I was like, oh crap. So I just put in $800 today and I bought some, and it's 857 right now. But
$8.57?
No, I'm sorry, I put in $800 and it's worth $857
gotcha.
right now.
Yeah, I'm looking. If you had gotten in there like 5 days ago,
when the announcement was made, yeah. I did look it up this later this evening, and I was like, oh yeah, it did say all this. Yeah, it was like 6 days ago. I was talking about GameStop, and I had to Google it. GameStop and Loop Ring teaming up for an NFT platform.
The price change in 24 hours has been 34%. The price change in 7 days, 175%.
Yep.
So you're saying
600%.
So is it going to keep going up?
I have no idea. It doesn't matter. I'm not all in on GameStop. My buddy Miles, who I'd love to have on here sometime.
You want me? Should we do a test and see if I can get it to drop?
If you want, if you have something to put in there.
I don't have any idea if I have anything.
Everything's red on my stuff right now except the Loop Ring.
Really?
I lie. Yeah. Oh, I took that back. My Cardano's up today, and my Freeway token is up today. That was a good one.
I have no idea the words coming out of your mouth.
Yep.
I don't know what you're saying right now, but you definitely said words.
I did say words. The Freeway token is so interesting.
It's so interesting. So I'm on my Coinbase now. You got me interested. Man, Ethereum is good. My Cardano is still, I think, not awesome. It's still okay. My Shiba is just chilling, doing what Shiba does. Solana, I hate you. So we're not looking at that. So you're looking at Loop Ring. Where the heck is Loop Ring even on here?
You have to just type it in.
No, I'm scrolling.
Oh, I have no idea.
There it is. Oh, wait. Loom? No, not Loom. Interesting, sir. Interesting. It seems like something that I should get. Look,
LRC.
There are just
I remember seeing LRC a bunch. I never clicked on it because I thought of the game, the LRC, the dice game.
Oh, okay. Because I just think it's weird that there's just so freaking many.
Yeah, there's so many.
Right? Like, why is that? LRC. Okay, LRC, US dollar or Bitcoin? Wow, there's two of them. Did you know that?
I did not.
So there's Loop Ring Bitcoin and there's Loop Ring Dollar.
I don't know.
I wonder what the difference is between them. Again, so like I said, there's so much to research on these things, right? All right, so I'm looking at your Loop Ring. It looks like it's going to keep going up a little bit. Not financial advice, people. I'm just talking
Joe
here.
said I don't know how much he bought, but he bought some. So I'm excited for him. Hope it's
Yeah, I'm
going well.
excited for him too. I don't know. I might have to find some play money somewhere. Yeah, my dark Ethereum, it's only up like 55%, I think.
I don't think you're gonna make it.
I don't know. I might not make it. And that's with, so it's up right now. How funny is this? My investment we talked about online here in October, where I said I was going to like put some bigger money in Ethereum to see what would happen. That investment is up 42% from its original.
So that would have taken 50 years, or no, maybe 40 years compounding interest.
Wait. It's so much worse. It's 42%, but I took out 0.3 Ethereum.
Oh my gosh. That's
to put in to play with NFTs. So that is with me taking 0.3 Ethereum out. It's up 42%, not counting the 0.3.
That's awesome.
So that was a pretty good set, except I said it was going to double. And
yes.
I've been given another 2 months to double it. So, see, I'm not playing with it. That's the problem, is I want to play with it, but I'm not playing with it because I want to see if I can double it without day trading it. I want to see if the Ethereum will double it. So yeah, anyway, we've been babbling and talking for a while, peeps. We'll probably shoot another fast episode tomorrow. So you'll get to hear more of us and more of what we're doing. And I'll let you know what I've found about some of these other coins and about staking. But thank you.
We'll have to talk about Deadheads tomorrow.
We got to talk about Deadheads. Did they release the third episode?
It's really good.
Oh my gosh. So we got 3 Deadhead episodes. We'll talk about those because Kilted has that in his flip experiment. And I don't know if any of you will be surprised. Kilted Balls is as bad at flipping because it's a hoarder as Kilted Dragon and Ballbuster are. So
it seems
weird.
Odd.
It seems really weird. That, yeah, it just kind of matches. So anyway, enjoy your guys' night. And this is Ballbuster signing off.
Kilted Dragon J. I love you all.